Hi, this is Norma Barrett from Grace Point Adventurers Club in Rocklin, California. And today I will be taking a look at the next activity in our Sunbeam activity book. And we will be looking at pages 6 through page 10. The topic of the assignment is God's plan to save me. And here we see a couple of exercises that we will do, and the topic is all about our salvation, the story of our salvation, the story of what Jesus did, and how my life fits into that plan. So let's take a look at page 6. And we are told in part A to create a story chart or a lap book showing Jesus' birth, life, death, and resurrection. And so, on page 7, we see that we have some pictures to colour in. This is a picture of Jesus' birth. Then we have a picture of Jesus' life, Jesus' death, and Jesus' resurrection. So the first thing you can do, Sunbeams, is to colour those pictures in. There are 4 pictures there for you to colour. Now, if you take a look on page 6, you will see here that there is a timeline. And the 4 pictures that we've just looked at actually fit into the timeline here, about the middle, right there. Jesus' birth, life, death, and resurrection. So what are all these other boxes? All these other frames that you can draw pictures for or talk about? Well, at the very beginning here, where does the story of our salvation begin? The story of God's plan. Where does it begin? It begins here at creation. The next box is the first sin. There are boxes all the way along. You can look at the Bible story, Old Testament, all the way through to the New Testament. And here we have in the last 3 boxes, Jesus cares for me today, Jesus comes again, and in the final box, heaven. Now, you can choose any of these topics or even one of these empty boxes, and you can choose part of the story that you would like to write about or draw a picture about. I'd like to show you what I did to complete some of those boxes in the timeline. Well, one that I did pertains to Jesus cares for me today, and I found this picture online. There are many free colouring pages that you can find online, and this one shows a picture of a little girl helping her friend, and the caption says, "I can follow Jesus by helping others." And my caption here is, "Jesus helps me to serve others." And this will fit beautifully into my timeline of salvation, probably right about here, where it says, "Jesus cares for me today." I also drew, or coloured I should say, another picture. And this one is about heaven. Jesus will take me to heaven. And on my timeline, right here at the end, you can see it says heaven. So, I can take all of my pictures and put them together to make a book. And I'm just putting them together right now. And I can put them together like this. And so the story of God's plan to save me begins with Jesus' birth. It goes through the story of Jesus' life, his death, his resurrection. And then it goes all the way to Jesus in my life, helping me to serve others. And then the final part is all about Jesus coming to take me home to be with him one day in heaven. So there you have it. It's a lap book that you can share with others. Part B of this exercise asks you to use your story to share with somebody else. It reads, use your story chart or lap book to show someone the joy of being saved by Jesus. And there is a space here for you to write down who you shared the story with. I have written CJ. I have showed CJ this plan, God's plan to save me. Now, there is an option here where you do not need to create the chart at all, but instead you can choose this option where it says, choose any of the Bible stories that you are studying in school or in Sabbath school and use those Bible stories to create a picture book or a chart that you can share with somebody else. And so, God's plan to save me is the next assignment that we're going to be working on. Take your time. Wonderful. There are wonderful pictures for you to colour and lots of pictures online about the life of Jesus that you can download and colour in and fit them into the timeline of God's plan to save me. All right, I hope you enjoy this assignment, boys and girls, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.